What's up, everyone? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So, on the news today, it's a 1 year anniversary of this thing right here, PlayStation VR 2. You all know how I feel about PlayStation VR 2. I even changed my channel to only on PlayStation VR 2 a year ago. That's how much I really was excited about this VR headset. And I had high hopes for it, like everybody else, but I saw the trajectory that Sony really didn't have a roadmap. And I'm really being genuine and honest about PlayStation VR 2. They really didn't have a roadmap as what they wanted to do past the launch period of that month, which was February of last year, February 22nd, uh, which would be yesterday. Today's 23rd. So, on the news today, Sony is thinking about maybe expanding this lifespan of this headset to a PC. And now, and we'll get to that. We'll read this article from a PC gamer regarding PlayStation VR 2. This is a rumor. We don't know 100%. It's just a rumor. Nothing is written in stone, but it's a pretty solid rumor that Sony is thinking about bringing a PlayStation VR 2 to a PC. So, why is this a big deal? Well, it's a big deal because it's going to add value to this headset, considering how beautiful this headset is with the OLED screen, 110 field of view, HDR, 4K resolution. Uh, all of these elements they're implemented into the PlayStation VR 2 will only benefit a PC experience. And there's tons of PC VR games to be played on PC. You can also use this for Horizon, Meta Horizon World. You know that would also add to. I don't know. Can you really use this? That's interesting. I don't know if you can, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure somebody will crack the code to use this with the Meta Horizon World. So, not to mention all the other games you can play in VR on the PC to experience the games in the best possible OLED screen that this headset has. And that will also give this headset a more value and more longevity, and you'll probably see more people buying this headset, and you'll probably see maybe a shortage of this if that is the case. But anyway, let's read the article before we really dive into what I think about this. So let's not waste any time. Let's read this article. This is from PC Gamer by Wes Fenlon, published about 21 hours ago, which would be on February 22nd. Today's 23rd. Another wall crumbles in the console exclusivity war. Sony is bringing official PlayStation VR 2 support to PC. And I like this title because this indicates that exclusivity is really kind of toning down slowly but surely. Everything is kind of going in a trajectory that I talked about by 2030 and 2031, where everything's going to be part of a service on your television. You click and play right away, whatever you want. Um, so let's read this. PlayStation VR 2 support would give PC VR enthusiasts another strong choice alongside the Meta Quest 3 and Valve Index, and that's true. Sony original PlayStation VR was the most comfortable headset anyone had made when it launched back in 2016. And I agree because I still have it and I still use it. I still watch 3D movies on it, and it's great. Uh, but using it was anything but comfortable. It required a mess of cables and breakout box just to run with the PlayStation 4. I agree. There's too many cables you have to plug in and out. And even right now, for me to use a PlayStation original, it's too many cables hanging out. It's just a mess. And then you got to connect the Move controllers. It's just a total mess. A problem Sony thankfully solved with the PlayStation VR 2 new headset that just needs a single USB-C cable, and it does, and that makes it really great. attached to the PlayStation 5 to get it working. And now Sony's eliminating that console requirement altogether. In a post on a PlayStation blog today, Sony stated, okay, so this is from their blog, so this is pretty accurate. In a PlayStation post on the blog today, Sony stated that it's currently testing the ability, oh, they're testing the ability for PlayStation VR 2 players to access additional games on PC, indicating official support for the headsets. It's on its way. The post has no more details to offer other than vague time frame. We hope to make the support available in 2024, but it's yet another indication that Sony is looking to expand its gaming profits beyond the confines of the PlayStation. And it's true, honestly, guys. You know, people got to stop thinking about their consoles as, ooh, I have the best console because I have a PlayStation, or I have the Xbox because it's the best, whatever. Uh, I think that's coming to an end, and I'm kind of glad that it's kind of coming to an end because it will eliminate this whole notion of being a fanboy. And to me, being a fanboy doesn't really do anything other than just uh, keep diversity and just separates the gamers, you know. I've been honestly sick and tired of fanboys in past 10 years doing this YouTube channel. And you see it constantly, whether it's the televisions, you know, Samsung versus LG, LG versus Sony. Same thing with the video games, PlayStation versus Xbox. And it's such a toxic, it creates a toxic environment. And I'm not a fan of that. And I'm glad that the companies are moving in a direction of expanding their business as a service, available to everybody who wants it. And I like that. And we see that with the Helldivers 2. You can play Helldivers 2 on a PC day one. You don't need a PlayStation 5. So right there, you know, why should I buy a PlayStation 5? I can play Helldivers 2 right now with my 3090 Ti and the best possible graphics. I don't even need to wait for PlayStation 5 Pro. Really. If you can just play it on your PC, what do you need a PlayStation 5 Pro? Anyway, so PlayStation VR 2 struggled with a weaker than expected sales, and it's true. They've been really struggling. At launch, and I have to imagine VR development in general, it's a tough space for Sony to navigate. How much money can Sony realistically devote to first party VR games or shelling out for exclusives when it has sold only a million odd headsets so far? The PlayStation VR headset exclusivity isn't selling more consoles. That is true. And it's also expensive. $600. You know, people are going to say, well, why should I pay $600, which is $100 more than MetaQuest 3? And people are going to say, well, I'm going to go with the MetaQuest 3. Why? Well, the MetaQuest 3 gives me ability to connect it to my PC, gives me the ability or portability where I don't have to be tethered to anything. I don't need a console. I don't need a PC. That's all optional. And I can jump in on so many applications on the MetaQuest, from Horizon Worlds to big screen VR to VR chat to you name it, man. There's so many experiences to experience on MetaQuest 3. So people are going to say, well, why should I buy this? Why should I bother buying this and paying $600 for this when I can just save myself $100 and get myself a Quest 3, which is far better? And that's what I've been preaching. That's what I've been saying. So I am going to read the last segment here, and then I'm going to give you my opinions on this. With the official support for PC, the Sony PlayStation VR 2 headset may also jump to the top of the list of our recommended VR headsets. While it doesn't offer the standalone option of the Quest 3 as a PC headset, it's more affordable than the Valve Index. While offering a high-resolution display and eye tracking, it's fully fledged VR experience in a way the first-gen units never was, and shows just how serious Sony has become about virtual reality, Jacob wrote in our review last year. I'm utterly impressed by it. And I said the same thing. Look, I said this countless of times in my videos, and you guys can go check out my videos. I talked about just how awesome this headset is in terms of a design, in terms of its weight, and how comfortable it is, and the beautiful HDR brightness on that OLED screen, 110 field of 110-degree field of view, uh, haptic feedback that's built into it. All of this, the eye tracking, it really makes this one of my favorite tech headsets. I mean, this beautiful screen. Watching movies in this is just beautiful, dude. Forget the that $3,500 Apple Vision Quest, which is insanity. Okay, but watching movies on this, I can look. I want to use this for a big screen VR, dude. Once this becomes available on a PC and using a big screen VR and watching the movies on the big screen VR with this thing, dude, I'm not gonna bother. I don't think I'm gonna touch my Quest 3 for a big screen VR because I'm gonna be using this. So this is excellent news because it's gonna really add value to this headset. So what I want to say in closing is I'm really excited about this if it happens, and I think it will most likely happen because Sony wants to profit money from this because they were really hurting in sales, and they need to figure out the way how to profit from this. You know what I mean? And what better way to profit from this than to give people the ability to connect it to the PC and play their favorite games on the PC and their favorite apps, like a big screen VR, Horizon World, VR chat, etc., etc. And this is going to really make the sales of this headset spike up. And you'll probably have a hard time getting one of those. So don't sell your PlayStation VR 2. Keep this sucker. Don't sell it. Keep it. That's why I kept mine. And there you go. You see, you never know. So this is a good news. This will really help give value to a PlayStation VR 2. Not only can you use it with your PlayStation 5 to play, Gran Turismo 7 and all the other PlayStation VR 2 games, they're exclusive. But on top of that PlayStation VR 2 experience, on the PlayStation 5, you're also going to be able to use this with a PC and the PlayStation 5 Pro, which will enhance those PlayStation VR 2 games even more. So there's definitely a future here with PlayStation VR 2. So, yeah, keep your PlayStation VR 2 headsets. Don't sell it. There's a future on this headset. That's coming up, and I personally can wait. So I'm excited about this news. What do you guys think about this? And it looks like the VR it's really starting to uh, explode this year with Apple Vision Pro and Meta Quest Pro 2 coming out this year. And we'll see when the Quest 4 is going to come out. We'll find more about that throughout the year. That's something I'm looking forward to is the Quest 4. And we'll see what Apple's going to do with the second generation of the Apple Vision Pro 2. Are they going to cut the price? What they're going to do? So VR, it's really booming right now. People who said the VR it's dead, and people who's been saying the virtual reality it's not gonna thrive, that's just a pure ignorance. That's just a pure ignorance, and I've seen that ignorance come and go with everything, with all the new tech. Um, I think the VR it's here to stay. VR is always going to evolve. Virtual reality headsets will always evolve to something better, more comfortable. Even Mark Zuckerberg talked about that. It's always going to evolve into something bigger and better and more comfortable, especially with the artificial intelligence and the Neuralink. That's going to really change. It's going to be a change gamer. Neuralink is going to be a total change gamer where you put on the glasses. I think this is where the VR is going, in my humble opinion. I think we're going to switch from this to something like this. something comfortable like this. And I think this is what people want. You don't need to hold any controllers. You just, this right here, it's going to scan your entire body, your entire movements, and this is going to be a VR. And it's going to be so comfortable. That's where we're going to be going. We're going to be going to a more comfortable uh, VR development. And I think that's what's going to happen in the next 10 years. Honestly, I believe in the next 10 years, you're going to see something like this instead of something like this. This is going to be laughable. Believe me, even your Quest 3 and this is going to be laughable 10 years from now. People are going to laugh at this. In 20 years for sure, they're going to be laughing at this. Okay? And they'll look at this video in a time capsule if it's still here, and they're going to laugh at this, but they'll say this guy was right. Mr. 4K was right. So, that's what I think. But what about you? What do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. But this is a great news. So this really gives you, it justifies the purchase. So you spent $600 on this headset. Well, guess what? It was not all for nothing. It's justified. So now that $600 right here is justified. All right, guys. Love you all. Be good. Take care. And I'll see you soon.